Hi, everybody, and welcome to the second part of my iPad Pro 11-inch third generation 256 Cellular review 1 month later-esque video. Something I just looked up, and I'm going to pull it up for you guys real quick, is... Ooh, sorry about that. I'm doing it through the camera, so just bear with me. So, I just wanted to give you guys a quick idea. So the 11-inch from Apple, which is not where I bought it from T-Mobile through their cellular plan, it starts at $7.99 and the 12-inch model starts at $9.99. So I went with the 11-inch, and I also went with the cellular model, or excuse me, the space gray. There was a moment where I was going to go with the silver model, which, by the way, you can look there. Both models, they have a front screen bezel that's black, I guess, for the small amount of bezel there is. They also start at 64 still, and then they go 256, and then they go 512 and 1 terabyte. 512 and 1 terabyte, I think, is way too big, but if you're doing a lot, the 512 could work. The terabyte, it's just like you may as well go buy a laptop. But if you like the iPads like me, or the Pro models, then it may be worth your while because you have to also add the Apple Pencil, and you also have to add the price of the Folio Apple Smart Keyboard. So I went with the 256, and then I went with the cellular. So that price is exactly the same to what I bought with my 11-inch or my 12.9-inch model last year. Everybody may wonder why I downsized. It wasn't by choice. It was more forced choice. I went to T-Mobile. I went to their website because it's not available. You can't get the 256 or higher on either the 11-inch or the 11-inch in-store. You can't get any of the 12.9 models in-store. You have to get them mailed. So what I did is I went online, ordered the 12.9, 256, Space Gray, and said, okay, I'm going to order it. Now, they don't charge you until they ship it. So I was like, okay, I'll just put the money in there once it charges and fails. There's a huge demand for the 12.9-inch Space Gray models on their website, and it was back in January, and it got pushed back to the end of February. So I honestly wouldn't have gotten it until, like, what is it, the 26th? I wouldn't have gotten it until 2 days ago if I had tried and tried again. So I ended up saying, they have the 11-inch model available right now. The bezel is smaller, bigger screen, not as big as the 12.9, which is a sad thing. But I was like, you know what? I carry it around the house a lot, and 12.9 may just be too big. So let's go with the smaller model this year and see how it goes. No regrets. Still loving this 11-inch model. It does everything I needed to do. It's handy. I carry it to work every day. If I had the 12.9, it'd be a little bit too big. So I just wanted to give you that overview there. And Apple Care is included in what I pay from T-Mobile under that plan. So that's really nice too. So this is roughly what I paid, just so you know. It is not cheap, okay, to get an iPad. Reviewing everything about it really quick because we're 3 minutes in and I don't want to make this one as long. As you can see, I'm using a lot of Google apps just because of what my work does and what I do with the LGBTQ meetup. So I have moved a little bit more towards, Google calendars. And like I said, the device I'm using right now is my Google Pixel. So everything I do is really related to Google. I'd rather do that than use my iPhone, stay with the iCloud, and then not be able to transfer it over to my Android devices. So everything I do, minus iMessaging, which I did turn back on my iPhone, and I turned it on here, so I get that capability too. But that's a whole nother ball of wax. Inside ecosystem and outside of the ecosystem and stuff like that. But I still love it. If you guys can't tell, it's a very thin device. Mine did not come bent at all, but I did recognize that recently. There you go. You can see a little scratch on the power button. There's a scratch on the bezel right there. I don't know where I got that from, but oh well. And then also, sorry, as I adjust. Oh, it's not going to show it. Oh, Yeah, you can kind of see it right there. There's a little nick in the aluminum. Oh well. But, I mean, it's a great device. Battery life is decent. I do have to charge it at the end of the day. I don't know if it's because the battery life is just, or the battery itself is just a little bit smaller. I seem to have the brightness on higher because it makes it look so much more vibrant. As you can tell, this brightness through the camera, that's how low the brightness is. If I go high, it'll adjust, but you can see that it just blows it out of the water, which is crazy. Oh my gosh, the speakers are better than the 12.9 inch that I had before. I heard that the 12.9 inch version of the third gen has better speakers than this, but there's a sub and a tweeter all in one, and that's an all four because it, as you rotate it, it'll determine if it's tweeters or bass, and then if you rotate it again, tweeter and bass, so it'll always make it the best sounding quality available. And I use my AirPods all the time. Let's see. Everything loads instantly. Haven't had to render any videos. It'd be nice if I did a video on here and rendered it into YouTube and stuff and actually edited one, but I haven't needed to do that yet. I can't wait to have to do that. What else? I can't wait to see what comes in iOS 13. Again, I hope that they drive a little bit more towards the iPads themselves, because the power of the A12X Bionic is amazing. I don't really care about benchmarks. Obviously, they say the benchmarks are high, but to be able to carry this around and have it available to me anytime I need it is really amazing. Battery life really does. If I'm not sitting down and watching like YouTube video after YouTube video, especially if I'm streaming it over the internet rather than playing it off of the internal hardware or the internal storage, I think internal storage would give a lot more time because you're not streaming it. But overall, I absolutely love it. Could I have stayed with the second generation 12.9? Yes. I think it, for me, is just, I'm always that guy that wants to buy the latest and greatest, and having smaller bezels, I was already very much used to double tapping the screen to wake it up on the second gen. I was trying to always avoid the home button just because I knew it was eventually not going to be there. Downfalls or negative things, there's probably only one that I can think of right off the bat, is that this, let me see. Oh, we don't have any apps open, so we'll just go with, I'm just going to go with Netflix. I won't play anything. See this bar? So this is supposed to, and we'll just open up stores and stuff like that. And then we'll go back and we'll do this, which right now it's working well, but I find myself going too far sometimes when I'm trying to slide. Okay, so you've got multiple apps open. So I'm going to go to this, I'm going to go to Safari. Now here, or no, actually I could go to YouTube, I think, and I'll play one of my own videos. Can I go to my own video? That's not mine. Okay, videos. Oh, these are my YouTube. Oh, that's right. Okay. So we'll just keep going. See, I did a lot of these. Okay, we're going to go in here. So once we get this up on screen, go full screen. So I'm going to turn this way down. Alright, so now we've got this bar. This bar allows you to, once you wake it up, you can actually slide in between applications right here. But if I'm in here and I want to get right here, the video's in the middle, and I want to try to slide it, sometimes, like while you're watching, sometimes it's fine, but sometimes when you're doing it, when you're trying to play a video, you'll do this and you won't get the bar. You're just kind of floating, see? So there are issues related to this black bar and the pause play slider. That's my big thing that's always been an issue that I've come across when I want to get specific on my videos. But anywho, other than that, absolutely love it. I recommend if you are getting an iPad and you want to have something that's more laptop-esque, go for it. Any questions, please comment below. anything you'd want to me to like, if you have a question, I can comment back on it. But hopefully this was a good overview of my experience. I guess this is like really a lot of what I was expecting.